Hey guys, me Dakota here. It's been a bit. Let me go on a mouse right. I'm using my laptop mouse pad. Cool. I'm not logging in because for some reason continue with Google does not work on PC. This is Twitter. This is on Hypex. This is a Fortnite related video. I'm not gonna. Anyways, right now they're talking about the Spider-Man stuff because that's what it is. Yeah. Seems like until next season the Spider-Man stuff is here. Which next season should be the 20th. And let me pause. All right, I just signed in for my. You are verified yet? I don't fucking care about being verified. Anyways, let's scroll past down here. We're gonna go past The Simpsons because this is not what it's related to. Um, we are going to go down here. There we go. We are getting. So, in case you don't know, next season, season 4 of Chapter 7, it's going to be a gaming legend season, and so far it looks like Sonic, Tetris, Eggman. I'm not too sure about that one. Pac-Man, Persona 5, and Mega Man are coming. These are just the confirmed ones that they could find in the files because of this. They were able to decode these posters that will be around the map. You can clearly tell that this is Tetris. Eggman's face with the Sonic text. This one's harder to tell, but it could possibly be like Metal Sonic or just a Sonic thing. It does mention Sonic. Clearly Mega Man and Pac-Man. The other ones that they said are coming, like Persona 5 Joker, I'm not too sure. I mainly wanted to talk about um this is the closest we've gotten. Plus we know from the Unreal Fest, they mentioned how Sonic Crossworlds was gonna have the collaboration where if you bought Sonic Crossworlds on Epic Games, you would get a cosmetic in Fortnite. So we know that's happening. We know Sonic at least is guaranteed. Now, here's the archetype of what I feel like would be perfect for the game. Let's say Sonic is in the Battle Pass, right? Number one, they could do a heroes versus villains in game. If they do that, then Eggman would make sense. But I think that's just like Sonic poster, because typically, that's the usual Eggman thing. Plus, there could be like the Death Egg in the sky. So, I'm gonna say Eggman isn't coming. But if he does come, because this is the other thing, Eggman is coming, but I doubt that. Unstable, interesting. I doubt Eggman's coming. Maybe, here's what I theorize. I think that there's at least going to be Sonic in the Battle Pass. If Eggman appears, he could be in the Battle Pass as well. I think that we're guaranteed to get Knuckles and Tails. Considering his popularity, I think Shadow should be there in Wave 1. The problem becomes, well, there's some characters I feel like should be there as well, because if they're having Sonic and Shadow there, Silver would make sense because then they would be the trio, SSS, Sonic, Shadow, Silver, you know, present, past, future. Then also, they all have super forms, so they could do super form like the Goku Super Saiyan. But also, Amy feels like she should be there because typically when you see the cast, you usually see four of them. Sonic, Tails, Knuckles, Amy. Literally, that's Sonic Frontiers right there. So if they do all of them in one load, that'll be perfect. But if they don't, it's gonna be like weird because then it's gonna be two waves, most likely, if it works out. Um, I hope it's not mechs because mechs are terrible. If you don't know, South Park, mech uh, Fortnite. We'll just do Fortnite. It's like the mech skins where, yeah, where they're like the character, whether in the mech, but like the mech is the main thing. I hate those. Those should not exist. You know, um, at least for the Sonic. Sonic should at least not have that because the only one I can make sense of is if they add like Tails and make him into a mech. That could make sense because he literally has the tornado. But at the same time, not really. He would kind of feel very weird if he was in a mech compared to the other characters. Um, like I understand he is shorter, so it makes sense that he would have to have the leverage, but at the same time, they're already going to have to stretch Sonic compared to every other character. So I hope they're like stretched compared to Mech like this. I hope that if there is a sidekick that either it's classic Sonic or a Chow. I feel like a Chow would be perfect for the sidekick. Um, and also now saying that, I did think about one other thing. There's some characters that are in the weird gray area, like Metal Sonic, because it feels like they're tacking too much on if they go with already everything else. But also Rouge, she kind of is a weird gray point because not too many people know Rouge compared to Sonic, Tails, Knuckles, all of them. I feel like there's more people that know Silver than Rouge because Silver probably got them into the door. Typically, you never see Rouge together. Now that could change if like if Sonic Movie 4 shows a teaser for like a song, like a TV show, and let's say in that TV show they show off Rouge as Team Dark, then that'd be cool, you know. But until then, she doesn't have as much like PR for anyone outside of Sonic. So yeah. Vehicles, they have Sonic Crossworlds. They can do a lot of things. Maybe they can bring back the hoverboards and make them have skins, but I'm not too sure about that. But they could do cars from that. Accessories and stuff can be like the one-up box, you know, different things like that. Stuff that fits the characters, like Amy's hammer or like a Chaos Energy pickaxe. Things like that could work. For music, of course, I think that Escape from the City could possibly be there. Sadly, I'm pretty sure the creator, like Crush 40 themselves, the creator of Live and Learn, uh, I'm pretty sure they already said that they aren't having Live and Learn in Fortnite yet, so that's sad, but it is their music. Maybe we can get Escape from the City, or personally, His World would be pretty neat. I feel like those could work pretty well. Because a lot of people would know Escape from the City or His World compared to like the song that I can never remember the name of for Sonic Adventure 1. So yeah, I feel like that could work. Of course they're gonna have to like we already know that they have to do unique Lego models for these guys. That's also why I'm saying like maybe they won't have all of them because if they have to add like Amy and all of them, then it's gonna be a lot of stuff we'll have to like edit together. It's also just sad because it may take months before we get a wave two. But yes, trying to think. So music is covered. Psychic in the game itself, they could have bosses to where like maybe they have a unique mythic where like Spider-Man's like gloves or whatever lets him web sling. Maybe there's an item that if you hold over it and you like hold it, like hold the button, you can do a spin dash maybe. And if you run into someone, you can do like a homing attack. That'd be cool. Or they can bring back the boss mechanic where you can turn into the bosses or at least get the medallions. If you could turn into a boss, that'd be perfect because then you can make it so that if you hold crouch, you can do spin dash as Sonic, or maybe if you do like the double jump, you like instead of double jumping, you could do like a homing attack. I think those are cool ideas. And of course, there's other characters they could do on the map, like Shadow, where he can use Chaos Spheres and stuff like that. Chaos Control will probably not exist, at least not like the slow down time one. Maybe the teleport positions one, but still, I feel like that's how they would have to show it instead of just slowing down time. Um, yeah, I feel like aesthetically, Sonic could appear with like if Eggman's in there, then they could possibly do some villains like possibly Metal Sonic for like Wave One for villains, but at the same time, in later waves, they could possibly bring in Infinite because they've been showing Infinite a lot, or they could bring you know Chaos. It would be pretty cool having Chaos as a character. Now he would be weird, but also not exactly the weirdest skin they have. They have AI brain rot, and they also have literally Godzilla as a skin, so they can make Chaos fit. I feel like they could. In any case, I think that just to reiterate, I think for the base set, I think they're sticking with probably Sonic and Battle Pass with Tails and Knuckles. And maybe if they do like quote unquote villains, they can do Eggman, Shadow, Metal Sonic. I doubt like it would have to be like Sonic Adventure 2 Shadow, but I doubt they would do that. I think that they would just have Shadow with them because of the popularity. And then at the same time, there could possibly be the ones I say next are possible to be in Wave 1, but they could just be Wave 2 is like Silver and Amy. Chow would be a good sidekick. I really hope they add it in the Battle Pass if they do add him as a sidekick. Add them because they have multiple forms. Not really guaranteed to be he either. Or a Chow sprite if they bring sprites back. That'll be a different video I'm gonna cover. Um yeah. Other than that, I think that's all. Just, the Sonic Crossroads vehicle. Maybe like classic Sonic car that he typically has. Classic Sonic or Chow as a sidekick. And in the game itself, probably like, Sonic, Shadow NPCs, Eggman NPC, but he's probably more like a quest NPC instead of fighting as a boss. Or he could be a boss where he summons and like he flies down his Eggmobile. Who knows? I think that's a great way that they could do it, but we do know at least Sonic is coming. Eggman, not too sure. Well, also now thinking about it, if I do, hold on, let me pause this so I can search without wasting. Okay, I found it. Yeah, pattern recognition test. I'm sorry, guys, but like this was literally June 26th, and it's now August. Let me place this in perspective. This was after the Unreal Fest, so we already knew Sonic was coming, no matter what. I don't know how to say it, guys. It's at least going to be Knuckles and Tails with Sonic. Eggman, I'm not too sure. Shadow would be wasting money if they didn't bring him. And then there's like Silver and Amy. I feel like Amy's more plausible, but Silver might get screwed. Though if they do wait, they could do Amy, Silver, Blaze, possibly Rouge for Wave 2, but that's if there's a Wave 2. So yeah, interesting. Anyways, that's it for this video. I thank you guys for watching this. Um, it's just my little like what I guess is gonna happen. I'll be looking back at this later on to see if I was right for anything. Um, yeah, I'm gonna make another video right after this. Also, for my Sonic Speed Simulator fans, um, I will be posting my Eggman shop thing, and then I will probably try to record tomorrow the new update. So yeah, peace.